Especially for Monday, because that is a very special day for our community and, of course, the country as we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. And it is a D.C. tradition now in its 21st year, the D.C. Peace Walk Parade that we have in honor of Dr. King. And joining me now, we welcome back parade host, former, you know this guy, D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford. I feel like I don't need to introduce you, along with parade co-chair Stuart Anderson. And we're just, you know, laughing it up because there's so much to celebrate, and this is such a wonderful community event. Let's start with who's in the parade this year.
Wow. Okay, so we have, of course, Baloo and Anacostia. There are also a bunch of cheer and dance groups, Woodland Tigers, DC Explosives. There is a group called the Black, what is that Baltimore group's name? We got two groups out of Baltimore.
Okay.
There are exactly, there are 18 sections, and there are bands in every other section. So we got 9 bands. 12 sets of cheer and dance teams.
Oh man, so you're gonna be moving. It's gonna be cold, but you're gonna be moving your feet, you're gonna be dancing.
It's gonna be fun.
And you got Sam Ford, one of the best in the game.
That's it.
Hosting the parade. Sam, this is a true love and joy for you.
Well, you know,
you do it every year.
Well, Michelle, you know, for years, the DC Council basically said that the council member from Ward 8 was responsible for the parade, and that sort of worked. And then Marion Barry was the Ward 8 person, and at some point he dropped the ball. And so we'd have our morning meetings here at Channel 7, and I would just scream and yell, "We don't have a parade, we don't have a parade." And that's why I decided to stop screaming and yelling. And I talked to Denise Rollart, whose parents created the original parade in 1979. And I said, "Denise, can we do this?" And she said, "Yes." And so, you know, she pulled in Stuart and people like that, and we got the parade off the ground for the first time in 2012. I don't know what that 21st means, because this parade has been around.
47.
Is it 47?
It's about 47.
Yeah, I mean, 21, anyway, you know.
79 to now.
Because, you know, my kids are in their 40s, and I used to take my kids, and we'd sit there at Martin Luther King and West Malcolm X and watch the parade when they were little.
Awesome.
You know? So, you know, we need the parade, and you know, fortunately, we've been able to pretty much keep it going.
And it's been going even through the pandemic. I remember you've faced challenges, and it still went on.
Yeah.
Well, we did a show, at least, to commemorate Martin Luther King.
You got together.
We did a virtual.
Right.
Yeah.
We got on the roof. We did some shooting on the roof of some building over there.
Yes.
But the point is, we kept it going. Last year, we had it inside
the Care Arena.
Yeah, and I didn't really like that.
I didn't like the idea in the door, but I got outvoted, you know.
What is the theme or the message this year?
So the theme for this year is that the struggle is real, and the fight, you know, continues. You know, it's in the midst of all of what has been happening and everything. If we don't tell this story about life legacy of Dr. King, you know, we're gonna mess around and they're gonna erase him. So that's why this struggle is still real. And many of the issues that he spoke out against, and some of the things that he prophesied have come to pass or still exist.
And how do people support if they want to come out and catch you? What's the parade route?
Well, the parade route is Martin Luther King Avenue, Martin Luther King Day Parade. And if you're going to come by Metro, good Metro is Anacostia Metro.
Okay.
Just you get off the Anacostia Metro, walk up the hill, and you're right there at the parade.
Yes.
And it's a shortened route, and it's going to start basically right near the Anacostia Metro station and go down to what used to be called Good Hope Road, Marion Barry Avenue now.
Okay.
And it's a condensed area, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And is there a service component?
Oh, yes, always. So we will assemble at First Sterling and Sumner Road right in Barry Farms, and we will have a cleanup going on there. Our primary location for the cleanup is 2600 MLK Avenue. We've been there before. We have some wonderful points of contacts between John Zatoli and Maurice Fouché, who will be there. There are points of contacts for our service. Depending on the number of individual volunteers will determine how far wide and how much up and down MLK we go.
And speaking of Channel 7, Peggy Gilgannon, longtime photographer here, is one of the main people. What's her title?
So she is the person who commandeers all the bands.
Okay.
So that's what Peggy does now. Peggy just tries to get all the bands from all across the country. She's just talking to bands, and calling me saying, "Stu, I got this one, I got that one." So yeah, that's what
she called me today to make sure I got here.
Peggy's not playing. She's making sure everybody stays in line, and we love a good band.
Yes.
And we're happy to let you know Channel 7 will be streaming it on YouTube and on our WJLA.com on our website. So if you're not able to make it out, you can check it out there and catch some of the highlights. Stuart and Sam, always great to see you both. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Yes, definitely. Good to hear that you're going to stream it.
Up next for us here on 7 News at noon, a local murder case is getting national attention. We'll get